Right, we sacked that end of that last video. Then 2 big concrete beams, we sacked that idea. They're heavier than they thought. We probably could have got them up there, but we needed more men really. But we realised we've got a delivery coming today anyway for the roof timbers and some more bricks and that. So we ordered the big crane and he'll drop them on for us. Oh, just a bit over, leave it in case we need it. Well, we won't, but... rough side that way, isn't it? Well, that one's a little bit, but I wouldn't worry about it. If you want to go smooth that side, hang on. Yeah, we'll spin it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just spin it right round. Alright, we'll go in the middle of that pier. I think there's a mark, is there?
Giving it a bit of wiggle room, have you?
Not a lot. Yeah. 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 You alright? Right, don't rock it. Yeah, don't worry, just let it sit a minute. Alright. Right, quick catch up on this job. What did we do last? Oh, we put these beams in. There's the beams. They're all in, and the parapet wall's up. Yeah? Why would I put your signboard in it? I'll put mine in it. Builders. Where was I? Yeah, so we got that in, we got the parapet wall in. Let me explain what's going on here. Right, this is all doesn't run parallel. As you can see that it runs out, and that's the call it goes. We went one too high on the brickwork there to take the course off. So the architect wanted them in hangers, which I understand why. You could build them in the wall, but it's not a good idea because it's only 9-inch work. Any penetrating damp could affect the end of the joists. You can wrap them, but they say that it does make them sweat and they rot as well. So anyway, put the hangers in. What would that do with the hangers, if you see? Just put them in like that on the piss a bit, which is fine. So what we then did, this double trimmer here, this is a pitch roof going here, sort of similar to that, but it's a double pitch. So that double's gone in there. We put it into the wall that end to make it more solid, and then our plate rafter beam, whatever you want to call it, we fix into there onto the wall that end, and just hang it over the 25mm, which will be the end which will take the fascia, and then we've got noggins coming through there to take the rest of the fascia. Right, we're just cutting these now. Oh, this is much better than bricklaying. I've hated this job. Nothing, just all awkward. There you go, look. Old scrappies. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm not exaggerating, I bet we get 20 of them drive past every day, different ones. Right, so what we've done there, we fixed a bit of 4x2 underneath, and then we can just sit all it. Pardon? Slight exaggeration? Yeah, I bet there is. No, but it's got to be 10, isn't there? Different ones. Yeah.
He always does that.
You stop interrupting me. Right, well, yeah. So we put that bit of 4x2, screw it underneath, then we can just sit all the joists on there, or the roof rafters. They're not joists. Ceiling joists. What are they? It's a garage, isn't it? What do you call them? I don't know. Sit them on there. Then we're roof joists. There, the builder does know something. Roof joists. And then we'll just load nail them in, take a bit of 4x2 off, and then wrap the hangers round. And then pitch this, and I can do these two little gables, what have you. Like I said, I didn't bother filming the bit of brickwork. This is boring, to be honest. Tell you what, if you want to watch Brickland, go on TikTok. There's a million videos on there of people laying a bed, spreading a bed. What the fuck's that about? There's loads of them. Right, we're going to get on with this, and I'll show you the progress later. Thank you. Heidi hi. Progress report. Ooh. Right, got jiffy hangers on. I hate putting them things on. I've got to go on. There is a gun. Who does it? Paslow. They do a gun for it. It's very good, but it's not worth buying one unless you're doing a lot of this every day. They're about 700 quid. I don't think the nails are that cheap either. Anyway, I've done that. Let's have a look. Noggins are in. Done that off a fucking ladder. Put them through. I'll stagger them because it's just easier to nail them. And we just pitch this little bit on the front here. Ready to. I'll run my battens over tomorrow to cut these little gables up. I've got 2 courses of brickwork to go through here, just so the Sophie's got something to go to. And then this one here. And then all we've got to do is sheet the back up, a bit of messing about, and tile it really. Felt roof will come along. There's a channel on YouTube called Skill Builder. Skill Builder. And I've got a resident carpenter on there called Dan Cox. He's a very good carpenter. And he invented this square a couple of years ago now, I suppose. I've bought one, and this is Melvin's one. He bought that at a tool fair, I think. I don't know where it was. Where was that tool fair you bought that? Alexander Palace? Yeah, Alexander Palace. It's not cheap, but I'll tell you what, it's an excellent bit of gear. It is so well made. You know, I thought I've got to give it a shout, and it's precision. And what I like about it is, you know, it's got your plumb cuts and seat cuts on it. And once that's set, you just more or less basically turn it round, and it gives you rip and valley cuts. It's just so easy to use. I think it's about 115 quid. I see it on eBay. But, you know, if you're pitching lots of roofs, it's worth it. Or if you just like a gadget like I do, something to play about with, it is really good. Right, that's it for today. Bricklaying tomorrow. Yep. Okay, we're cracking on here. It's supposed to rain next week, and we'll try and get this watertight. Nobody's going through there, he's putting noggins on. Put the fur in pieces on. Build this sheet tomorrow. I can get a layer of felt on it probably. I have been doing. Let's get me a cup of tea. Rosie Lee. Done this gable here. Cut that one up. And then I've just finished this one on own luck. Now, I'll just explain this to you. Normally, when you're cutting gables up, well, that's what you do on site, people don't really care. You run this batten in, put your line underneath and cut to it. The problem with that is, if you look over here, when you put your undercloaking on, and they've done that there, your undercloaking is just sitting dry on top of your cut. And it's hard to weather it. And what people do is do this shitty sort of weather struck point, and it just don't look right. But that's what normally happens anyway. So what I'll do is put that's 9mm really, but 9 or 10mm spacer either end. That drops that line down 10mm, and we cut to that. And then when we put the undercloaking on, we bed it on 10mm, and then you can just join that in with a joint that looks much better, and it gives you a bit of leeway as well. So yeah, that's about it for the day. See how we get on tomorrow. Right, next day. I'm plying this out. We're going to get this felted today, I think. I'll get one coat on. Mel's just going to get stuff, some Irish rail and whatever what we need. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, when this is, obviously people who do this all the time know, but if you ever want to have a go yourself, on the drawing, if you do it yourself, it'll tell you 400 centres for anything. If you're using ply, check your ply first, because 99% of the ply don't come up at 1200. It comes up at 1220. So set your joists out for that. The reason for it is a lot of this stuff's made abroad for the American market. They use a lot of it, so they still make it, a lot of it from the Philippines. Still comes in imperial sizes, so that's the reason. But it is a bit of a balls ache sometimes when you're doing it on flat roofs and on extensions, and you know, you have to one or the other. But the plasterboard gets sacrificed. Obviously, it's easier to cut. Right. These Paslow guns, they really are a good bit of kit. I'll tell you why I'm saying that is that these two here, they're over 20 years old, and they've been serviced regularly, and they're still working fine, really good. The people always moan about, well, some people complain that in the winter, because of the gas, they don't work so well. The new Paslows, I don't know how they got over it, but they work down to minus 15. Not what you would be working in minus 15, I don't know. So yeah, they're great. You know, some people start using the battery ones. I've used the DeWalt and the Hikoki. They're all right. Obviously the cold weather weren't affecting them, but they're heavy. Now Paslow to come out with this, I think it's going to make these battery ones redundant, really. Because I wouldn't buy one now. I'd buy the new Paslow. Yeah, well, I'm going to crack on. See that? Nice and neat. And this is a perforated layer. It's all to do with expansion and contraction. Yeah, we'll get this weathered into them. Nice. That's the second coat going on. Won't be long, we'll get this done. And there you go, we're waterproof. It's a really good thing to get this done. You know, with the rain we get, and once that ply gets wet, it fucks the job up really. It's hard to, you've got to dry everything off all the time. You know, you get the ply up and you've got to cover it. Anyway, we've got away with it, we've done it. Mel's just putting them up stands up over there. It's Friday, we go home. Pub. Progress report. Right, the flat roof's nearly done. Looks alright, doesn't it? And it's rained, look. No puddles, anything like that. No pooling, which is good. Mel's just doing the upstands down there, going to put them on to get that bit of lead on. And I'm doing the roof. Let me just show you something. This is how not to do it. Can you see that? Down here, these welts. Look, not even been folded over. People come along from the road and look, oh, what a nice job that is, and it's not, is it? You know, it's awful work. Look at this. Different colour mortars. I don't know. Right, I'm tiling this. I ain't a roofer, but I've done a lot of it, especially in the 80s. Only simple stuff, up and over, back additions and that. We used to do all the grant work. I was thinking about it the other day. I can't believe how we used to do it. We had no scaffold, just up a ladder. Didn't even put a tower up, you know. We used to strip all the slate roofs off, and the rafters are normally about 4x2s they were, and we put struts in, strengthen them up, and then put Redland 49s on them. I used to ruin it, people's houses really, but you know, that's what we was told to do. That was the spec we had. Beautiful, you know, Victorian terrace cottages, brickwork, render the front of them. But that's what we got paid to do. But we know better now, don't we, not to do that? Yeah, so I sort of know what I'm doing. So I've done this verge yesterday, ready to start from. I don't know if you can see that up there. It's very tight down here. Start this end. For people who don't know, it's not like brickwork. You don't cut nothing. You get a tile and a tile and a half, tile and a tile and a half, just to give you half bond on these plain tiles. Start that end, run it up to here because we got this bit on the piss there, and then we'll attack that when we get to it. So then we got this little bit up here. Can't just see it there, but there's an upstand there, batten there with that. Then that stops any driving rain going up there. It won't, but anyway. So I'm going to get on with that, and I'll show you what we do this end when I get to it. Okay, what I've done this end, I've missed a bit really. I was going to show you. I put this batten in there temporary, and we overlaid the tiles right over. Then measure me 50mm at the top there, 50mm at the bottom, straight edge, mark them all, they're all marked there. Cut them there with a little grinder, get them all out there dry, make sure they're right, and then we just take them off and bed all this in. Yep. And that's what I said earlier on about just keeping this down 10mm so you get a nice joint. I haven't jointed this up yet, I've only just put a bit of undercloaking in. See what I mean? If you cut that 10mm down, get a nice little joint up there. Looks nice and tidy. Hello, mate. Right, that's done. That's the verge done. Finish the back of this, and then these coping stones on. When you put coping stones on, you're supposed to put a DPC on there. But what we don't, we carry the felt right over. It's a DPC, and that just gives it a better key to hold them down. They're heavy enough, but yeah. Right.
Me? Yeah. But be careful what you say.
Be careful what you say, you never know this.
Exactly. Can't tell everybody where you're going, right? They'll all want to go. Yeah. You know what happens then.
She's going out tonight.
Huh?
She's going out tonight.
Oh, is she?
Coming over
Balls in at Turford. Who should go down there with?
I've got dogs here.
Oh, what?
Done out of her mate, Cheryl.
Oh, right.
No, Cheryl, he's going with Luke.
Luke who?
Luke is going to pub too.
Oh, what, Luke? Long hair, he sort of had long hair?
Yeah.
Blimey.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know they were friends. I don't remember Andy. I don't, what does she look like?
Attractive.
Yeah, because he had a nice sister, didn't he, years ago?
I never saw her.
Didn't you? Luke, yeah, she was lovely. I remember mate of mine went out with her.
His brother's in music.
Is he?
Yeah, I built some studios for him
Yeah.
years ago.
Uh-huh. Right. So look, Andy, you've got this one on. Right, you're putting them on, I see. But you're gonna cut one to here.
I'm just going to let you finish that and I'll fashion something to fit.
Well, I can't finish it because I've got to get on certain many tiles and then put lead underneath the tile and
You've
then
got to do it.
dress it down onto this. So this has got to be on first.
What's got to go first?
Well, let's have a look at this. Look, I'm just thinking, how do we finish this? I can't go like that with it, can I? Because I'm just thinking, what do we do here? I've got to, yeah, obviously the undercoat's going to go on there. So that'll be an Eve tile there, yeah? Right, we'll put that there like that. And then a tile on top.
Yeah.
It'll be a tile,
Tile
but a tile, we'll do that for now.
When you're ready.
Thank you, cheers Pete. Right, and then we've got a tile there. So that's the look, yeah? Then what do we do with this? We're going to come up to there and then just lead down onto that. Off of this, lead underneath this one.
Wherever it comes, yeah. That
Oh,
one probably, yeah. And just dress it down.
That's what we'll have to do. And then that will come what?
It's just
come along and cut it at an angle?
I'll just cut it at an angle into there.
Cut this at an
I'll
angle.
probably won't even cut it at an angle. I'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so
You just do
I'll
that.
start this like
Yeah.
this.
Just don't nail that top one so you get the lid under it.
How long we got no radio?
Right, that's it. Roof's all done. Just a bit of lead work to go over there and step flashing over there. So in there, roof's finished. We've got ridge tiles to go on, and this is all done. Cobble stones are on. Bit of farting about there was, but ain't come out too bad, I don't think. What else you do? A dodgy detail. Right, I'm going to the pub obviously because it's Friday. I go to the pub every day. I don't think I'm going to film anymore on here really. I've not been into it lately. Fucking arthritis has been playing up. I've been struggling every day. I went home early the other day. Just couldn't take it anymore. So yeah, we ain't got much more to do here. All I will do later, I've got the pointing, the weather pointing on the front, so I'll do a bit on that. And there's some other stuff coming up anyway, hopefully decent jobs, but yeah, so I'll sign off for now. Oh hang on, there'll be more. I want to show you something else. See you in a minute. I've got a new van. Yeah, they wrote the old Belingo off. It weren't worth fucking repairing really. I cannot believe the price of vans now, it's unbelievable. Anyway, I've got this. It's a Ford Transit Connect on an 19 plate. Quite a nice little van really. The racking out the Belingo sort of fitted in there, went in alright, so I'll get everything back in. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. There you go. Nice. Now, the Belingo I bought was a 2018 and it was long wheelbase, like fully loaded. The 2018 new, that cost me 14 grand on the road. They're about 24 grand now. I see transits. I mean, you know, these the top of the range sports ones, but there's like, you know, a year old, so they're not old, but say 12,000 miles on the clock. 45 grand. Who's going to spend 45 grand on a van? I'm videoing, darling. Oh, thank you very much.
Video with a pint,
This is my lovely barmaid. Look, eh? Service with a smile.
That's it.
Thank
Happy
you.
Friday.
Yep. That's it. Proper looked after. Right, where were we? Yeah, so this come up. One of my, it was on the search I'd saved on eBay, YouTube, not YouTube, I don't know, on the internet anyway. As soon as I saw it, I rang the geezer up, I said, hold it, I'm coming down. It was in Kent. I flew down there. As soon as I saw it, I bought it. And I'll tell you why I bought it. It's got one lady owner, and I checked all this out, and she used it for camping. It's got 55,000 on the clock, 19 plate, and it was 11 grand, no VAT. I've seen them 14, 15 plus the VAT. So I jumped at it. Yeah, had a bit of a result there really. And that's basically what they paid me for the Berlingo, so it didn't cause me too much grief. Luckily my mate Mitch lent me his van while it was all off the road, so yeah, we're happy. Right, I've got a little job tomorrow, which could be interesting, repairing some gauged arches. Well, I don't know what they want, they're shot anyway, but they're talking about getting some made, factory made, but they don't come, gauged arches, they don't come factory made, do they? Not, you know, not with the 2-3 mil joints, they just don't make them like that. So we're gonna have a look tomorrow anyway, so I might see you there. Anyway, happy weekend.